Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Plus. I'm your host, Avery.
And I'm Eden. It's so good to be back with you all. We have a really exciting topic today.
We really do. We're looking ahead. We're already thinking about the future, and we know you are too. So today, we're titling this episode, How to Learn English in 2026.
Exactly. We're going to lay out a complete plan, a blueprint really, something you can follow for the entire year to make massive progress. So if you've ever felt stuck or, unsure of what to do next, this episode is for you.
It really is. Let's start with the foundation. Before we even get into the what to do, we need to talk about the how. We're calling these the core principles.
The mindset. This is so important. And the first one is probably the biggest. It's consistency over quantity.
Yes, people think they need to study for like 5 hours on a Saturday, but honestly, it's so much better to study for 20 minutes every single day than to cram it all into one session.
Totally. Your brain learns better that way. It builds a habit. Trying to do too much at once just leads to burnout. You do it for a week, you get exhausted, and then you stop for a month.
Right, which leads straight into the second principle, dedication and effort. Consistency is a schedule, but dedication is the heart you put into it.
Uh-huh. It means that for those 20 minutes you are studying, you are focused. You're not scrolling on your phone, you're not half watching TV, you are actively putting in the effort. Learning a language isn't passive.
That's such a good point. It's about being present. And while you're being present, this next one is key. You have to focus on progress, not perfection.
Oh, the perfection trap. So many learners fall into this. They're afraid to speak until they can say a sentence perfectly. But how can you learn to say it perfectly if you never try?
You can't. It's impossible. Your goal isn't to be a perfect English speaker overnight. Your goal is to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. That's it.
I love that. Just a little bit better, which perfectly sets up the last core principle, small daily steps.
Yep, it's all connected. The big goal, become fluent in English, is, well, it's huge. It's intimidating. But the goal, learn 5 new words today, that's manageable.
It's so manageable. And when you take those small steps every day, you look back after a month or 6 months or a year, and you'll be amazed at how far you've climbed.
Absolutely. So, to recap the core principles, consistency over quantity, dedication and effort, progress, not perfection, and small daily steps. Get that mindset right, and you're ready for the next part.
The daily routine. This is the practical what to do, the plan.
Exactly. We've broken this down into 3 key areas. The first is active listening.
Okay, so what does active mean here? It's not just having the TV on in the background, right?
Not at all. Active listening means you are, well, you're engaged. You're trying to understand. You're noticing new words, the rhythm, the intonation. And there are some great ways to do this.
Like English podcasts. Hello.
Yes, like this one. Podcasts are amazing because you hear natural conversation. Find one on a topic you love, whether it's cooking or history or science. That makes it fun.
And English songs, too. Music is so powerful for learning. You can look up the lyrics, sing along. It helps so much with pronunciation and flow.
It really does. Another great tool for active listening is short stories. You can listen to audiobooks of short stories. The narrative helps you understand context, and they're not as big a commitment as a full novel.
Okay, so that's active listening. What's the second part of the daily routine?
Speaking practice. And I know, this is a scary one for a lot of people.
It is, but it doesn't have to be. You don't need a conversation partner for this, at least not at first. The first tip here is brilliant. Talk to yourself.
It sounds weird, but it works. Narrate your day. I am making a cup of coffee. I am opening the refrigerator. It gets your brain thinking in English and your mouth used to forming the words. No pressure, no judgment.
I love that. So simple. Another one is to just say words out loud. If you're reading an article or a book in English, don't just read it in your head. Read some of it out loud. Hear your own voice speaking English.
Yeah, that physical act of speaking is crucial. And the third tip for speaking practice is to repeat new vocabulary. When you learn a new word, don't just write it down, say it. Say it 10 times. Use it in a sentence out loud.
That helps it stick so much better. It moves the word from your passive vocabulary to your active vocabulary. Okay, so we have active listening, speaking practice. What's the third pillar of the routine?
A writing habit. This is the one people often skip, but it organizes your thoughts and reinforces what you've learned.
So, how do we do this without it feeling like homework?
Great question. First, get a special English notebook, something just for your English learning. It makes it feel more intentional, more special.
I like that, a physical object. So, what do you write in it?
This goes back to small daily steps. The goal is to write 5 new words daily. Just 5. You can pick them from a podcast you listen to or a story you read.
And then you use them, right?
Exactly. That's the last part of the writing habit. For each new word, you write a few short sentences using it. They don't have to be brilliant sentences. The cat is conspicuous. Her laugh was conspicuous. Simple. It just connects the word to a context in your brain.
Okay, this routine is amazing. It's so balanced. You have input with listening, output with speaking, and reinforcement with writing. It covers all the bases.
It does. And if you do that consistently, you will see results. But there's more to learning than just the routine itself. There are these other, let's call them success factors that support the whole process.
Ah, the things happening outside of that 20-minute study session.
Precisely. The first one is rest and balance. You cannot learn effectively if you're exhausted and stressed out.
This is so counterintuitive for some people. They think more hours equals more learning, but your brain needs downtime to process information. So quality sleep is number one.
Non-negotiable. It's when your brain consolidates memories, including new vocabulary and grammar rules. Without good sleep, you're just wasting your effort.
And beyond sleep, there's also just relaxation, taking time for hobbies, for walks, for whatever recharges you. It prevents that burnout we talked about.
For sure. And a big part of that balance is socializing. Don't let language learning isolate you. See your friends, have fun. A happy brain is a brain that learns better.
Okay, so rest and balance is the first success factor. What's next?
Motivation. This is the fuel, the thing that keeps you going when it gets tough.
And for it to be sustainable, it has to come from inside you. So the first step is to identify your why.
Yes. Why are you learning English? Is it for a better job, to travel, to connect with other cultures, to understand your favorite movies without subtitles? Get really specific.
Write it down. Put it on a sticky note on your mirror. When you feel unmotivated, you look at that why and it reminds you what you're working for.
So true. And another great motivation technique is visualizing your end goals. Close your eyes and actually imagine yourself having that fluent conversation, or succeeding in that job interview, or laughing with new friends while traveling. Feel the emotion of it.
That makes it feel real and attainable. But what about when you can't even get started? You just don't feel like it.
For those moments, remember this. Movement creates motivation. You often won't feel motivated until after you start. So just start. Open the notebook. Put on the podcast. Tell yourself you'll just do 5 minutes.
And usually once you start, you'll find the motivation to keep going. It's the starting that's the hardest part.
It always is. Okay, so we've got rest and balance, and we have motivation. There's one more crucial success factor: resilience.
This is about bouncing back because things will go wrong. The journey is not a straight line.
Never. The first part of resilience is to embrace mistakes. They're not failures, they are data. They're proof that you're trying. Every mistake is a learning opportunity.
Right. If you're not making mistakes, you're not pushing yourself. So don't be afraid of them. Expect them.
Exactly. And speaking of expectations, you need to be ready to restart after missed days, because you will miss a day. Or two. Life happens.
Yes, the all or nothing mindset is so dangerous. People miss one day and they think, oh, I've ruined my streak. I'll just give up. No, the goal is not a perfect streak. The goal is to just get back to it the next day.
One missed day is an accident. 2 missed days is the start of a new habit. So just don't let it become 2. Get back on track.
And the final piece of resilience, and this might be the biggest of all, is having the courage to speak.
It takes courage to know you'll make mistakes, that you won't sound perfect, and to do it anyway.
It's a vulnerable feeling, but it's the only way to truly learn to communicate. You have to take what's in your head and try to get it out into the world. Be brave. Most people are kind and will be happy that you're trying.
Wow. Okay, so if a learner adopts these principles, follows the daily routine, and focuses on these success factors, what can they actually expect? Let's talk about the payoff, the expected outcomes.
Let's put some numbers on it. If you learn just 5 new words a day, which we said in the writing habit, that doesn't sound like much, right?
No, it sounds super easy.
But if you do that 5 days a week for 50 weeks in a year, that's way over 1,000 words. It's actually closer to 2,000 words per year when you account for weekend learning and other exposure.
Wow, 2,000 words. That is a massive vocabulary increase. That takes you to a whole new level of fluency.
It really does. And what about time? If you practice for just 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week, that adds up to over 100 hours of practice in a year.
100 plus hours. See, when you look at it like that, it's incredible. Those small daily steps really add up to something huge.
They do, but it's not just about the numbers. The real outcomes are emotional too. After a year of this, you will feel a huge sense of confidence and pride in what you've accomplished.
Absolutely. That feeling of being able to express yourself, even imperfectly, is incredibly empowering, which leads to the final and maybe most important outcome, natural communication.
It's not about sounding like a textbook. It's about being able to share your ideas, understand others, make jokes, and connect with people. That's the ultimate goal, isn't it?
It is. It's about making English a part of your life, not just a subject you study.
Okay, that was a lot, but in the best way. A complete roadmap.
It was. Let's do a quick recap of the key takeaways for everyone. First, establish the core principles. Focus on consistency, dedication, progress, not perfection, and small daily steps.
Then build your daily routine around active listening, speaking practice, and a writing habit.
Support that routine with the success factors. Make sure you get enough rest and balance, understand your motivation, and build your resilience to handle the challenges.
And if you do all that, you can expect incredible results, thousands of new words, hundreds of hours of practice, and most importantly, the confidence to communicate naturally in English.
It's a powerful plan, and we know you can do it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Everyday English Plus.
We believe in you. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.